So this whole Gamergate 2.0 thing continues to get more and more interesting by the day as we get new revelations as to these various companies that are doing consultancy work. And one of them is Black Girl Gaming. In a lot of ways, they are very similar to the company Sweet Baby Inc. They've consulted on the game Forspoken. If you're not familiar with the game Forspoken, it was a massive, colossal failure. Forspoken is a video game that came out in 2023 that was created by Luminous Productions and distributed by Square Enix. And allegedly, this game cost well over $100 million to go and create. And $100 million, that is basically the budget of a major motion picture. A month after the game release, Luminous Productions was forced to go and close and ultimately merged with Square Enix. It was that much of a colossal failure. It just goes to show you that these DEI consulting companies aren't doing any favors for the gaming industry as a whole. As a matter of fact, it's a good indicator that your game is probably going to be a massive failure. Now, as far as I can tell, and according to their website, this is the only game that I see that they have gone and done any kind of consultancy work for. And this is probably a good thing considering that Forspoken had a overinflated budget, it did poorly, and the company ultimately closed down. So it really goes to show you that these DEI companies really are the kiss of death. Now, on March 15th, 2024, John F. Trent went and wrote this article about Black Girl Gamers. Forspoken consultant Black Girl Gamers appears, that's the key word, appears to discriminate in their hiring practices while claiming they are being harassed. Now, the article goes and references this tweet made over on Twitter by Black Girl Gamers, says, looking for black women content creators to make D&D content for a potential brand work, hit us up. Now, I'm going to go and get the obvious out of the way. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to pretend to be one. Now, as a former hiring manager, I can tell you this. You cannot discriminate based off of arbitrary characteristics such as race and sex. Now, Grumps has been a great source for all the stuff going on with Gamergate 2.0, and he posts this. That Park Place is likely referring to Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibits employment discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. While that Park Place seems to speculate, and that's the key word here, speculate, that it might be in violation of the law, and at no point do they claim it as a fact. And that's the most important thing here, because at this point, it's nothing more than editorialization. Now, what's going on is Black Girl Gamers is essentially threatening a lawsuit against not only thatparkplace.com, but anyone who goes and shares the freaking article. They write, we're addressing the recent allegations published on That Park Place about discriminatory hiring practices within Black Girl Gamers. These claims are false and were made without prior fact-checking or verification from our representatives. First off, I'm going to call into question anything that your representatives have to say. And again, it's a possibility that they could simply just go and lie about your hiring practices. And if there is a lawsuit as a result of this, which I highly doubt, it would be very interesting when things go to discovery, because if there is any actual hiring discrepancies, it would be found during this time period. I think the last thing that Black Girl Gamers wants right now is a big spotlight being shown on them, because it's going to go and expose them for what they are, a bunch of frauds. And again, this is my opinion, not a statement of fact. Black Girl Gamers operates as a contract organization that collaborates with both freelancers and content creators from all backgrounds to work on various projects and initiatives to amplify underrepresented voices in gaming and making the community more inclusive. Now, Gothix posted this over on Twitter about Black Girl Gamers. As a former Black Girl Gamer member, I can confidently say these people are full of crap. They do not care about diversity. They promptly kicked me out for being anti-black, aka not making an idol out of my skin color and refusing to hate white people. How inclusive of them. Now, she also follows up with this tweet. I was harassed for months after the fact. I received an onslaught of vitriol from many of their black members. You know how BGG responded? They blocked me and literally scrubbed my existence off of their platform. Sounds like they're a real stand-up organization, and this really does speak to their character and what is currently playing out right now with the Gamergate 2.0 situation. Because the MO is ultimately the same. Do something heinous, get called out, cry victim. Because these are the exact same tactics that individuals like Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian have been doing for years. And of course, we see this recently with Sweet Baby Inc. as well. And they also make claims like they are being harassed and never showing any kind of proof. And typically the harassment that they're referring to is nothing more than criticism and them being called out on their bullshit. Because if they actually had the receipts, they would go and show them. And I'm sure this is not going to be the last we're going to hear from Black Girl Gamers. Anyway, folks, this is my take. What is yours? Make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And remember, folks, freedom is always on the right side of history. This is Ian signing off.